Hi everyone, LuLaRoe Sarah Fortnash here. I'm making this video to share some updates about where I am with the company and what I plan to do while I wait to officially become a consultant. For those of you who may not know, LuLaRoe is a clothing company and we sell mostly women's and little girls clothing, but also some little boys and a few men's pieces now. The wait to officially become a consultant has been long, and it is going to be longer. I submitted my paperwork on March 9th. It's currently the beginning of April, and I probably won't have clothes until mid-May-ish, which sounds like a really long time, and some days it feels like a really long time, but I try to remind myself that I am starting a small business, and to become a successful small business, you need to have a lot of preparation. You can't just jump right in. There needs to be planning and preparation. So I'm spending these months really trying to prepare to become the best consultant that I can be. Now, how are some ways that I can do this, or how are some ways that I have been doing this? Obviously making lots of lists. I've been doing a lot of research, watching YouTube videos, going on Facebook and checking out some different groups. A lot about on Periscope, which I'm going to show you at the end if you're not familiar with it. The motto of LuLaRoe is strengthening families and blessing lives, and that is what I plan to do. And there are days when I start to get super nervous and feel like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be successful? And I try and remind myself that if your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. I love that quote, because if you don't take a risk, you never know what could happen. And so I'm just trying to be as smart as I can and plan as much as I can and prepare as well as I can, so that when the time does come and I get that inventory, then I'm ready to go. I made some notes, so if you see me looking down, that's why. One of the things that LuLaRoe provides is they have Inspire trainings around the country. And so in order for me to prepare, I plan to attend the Inspire training that is in my area so that I can meet other people who are either in the same place as me or successful at selling already, and see the people behind the business that can help me become a better consultant. Excuse me. I always forget to drink water. This is my husband's favorite tea. My cup's dirty. Go Giants! Anyway, one of the things that I've been trying to do is build relationships. Everyone that is a consultant in LuLaRoe has a sponsor above them. And I've really tried to connect with my sponsor. And when you're choosing a sponsor, you want to do a lot of research, and you want to choose someone whose personality meshes with yours and who has the same ideas about running their business, because your sponsor is going to be the person that answers all of your questions and lifts you up when you're feeling down and is really your go-to person. So you really want to choose wisely and choose someone that you can work well with. So I'm lucky enough to have a sponsor who is really helpful to me, and we've become friends through all of this. Doesn't have to be local. In fact, I have never even met my sponsor. She does not live in my state, and I originally met her through a friend of a friend. So really, you can have any sponsor you want, but you want to make sure that you guys get along. I've also built relationships with other girls who are in the same position as me. We have a group on Facebook, and it has been so valuable to me because it's girls that are just starting out, or who have just started out, or who are waiting like me. And it's another place for me to bounce ideas off of other people and get ideas and ask questions. And I've been really grateful to have people there to support me through this process. Something else I've been thinking about in order to run my business is customer service. And how can I make sure that customers come back to me once I've sold to them? And this is really important to me because I want my customers to be happy. I want them to get packages from me and say, I'd really like to buy from her again. And so I've been thinking about ways that I can do this. I know as a customer, when I order something, if I get a package in the mail and it comes with a coupon for my next purchase, I'm more likely to buy from that person again. So that's something that I'm thinking about including. Another thing is stores like Nordstrom. All my friends laugh at me, but I always tell them how much I love Nordstrom because they have the best customer service. I know that if I'm unhappy with something, I can take it back to Nordstrom and they will make it right. And so I want my customers to feel that way about me, that if they're not happy with something that they bought from me, that they can bring it back to me and I will make it right. Because I know with Nordstrom, if they have something that I want to buy, I will buy from Nordstrom over any other store any day of the week. And I want my customers to want to come back to me in that same way. I mentioned before Periscope. Periscope is a live streaming app, and it is one of the ways that a lot of consultants sell. So if you're not familiar with Periscope, there's an app on your phone. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to show you what the app looks like. This is the app right here. So if you go to the App Store and you type in Periscope, you'll find it. It's a free app. If you have an iPad, you can use it for your iPad also, but I believe that it's still the iPhone app and you just use it on your iPad. So once you're in, it will look like this. These are people who are live now. You follow different people, and then you can also see I got a notification now of someone that's live. So you can view it or you can dismiss it. You can also watch a replay. So as a consultant, I can do a Periscope sale, and then people who weren't able to watch it live can go back and they can watch the replay, and they can still shop from the replay for anything that wasn't claimed. If you look, at the bottom here, if you click on the people and then you click on the search, that's how you can search. If you want to search for me, you would type LuLaRoe Sarah Fortnash. I'll go ahead and do that quickly. And done, and there I am. So you can come along and follow me there. And then you can choose whether to get notifications when the person that you are following goes live. So that's been helpful to me when I'm watching other consultants or other people that I'm interested in watching. You get a little update about when they're live, and you can go ahead and watch them. So one more thing that I wanted to talk about today is finding balance. And that's been something that's difficult for me, and I think will continue to be difficult for me as I become a consultant, because I have two little boys. One is 3 and one is 4. I am a stay-at-home mom with them right now. So at the same time, I'm about to build, and I am in the process of building a small business. And building a small business takes work. So I find myself even now when I'm doing my research or getting ready and planning things, I'm on my phone a lot, I'm on my iPad, I'm on the computer. And one thing I want to make sure is, that I'm still there for my kids. I don't want them to look and say, oh, mommy's always on her phone, or mommy's always on her iPad, or mommy's always working. So finding that balance is tough, and something that I need to realize, and if you're in the same position as me, you may need to realize, is that we're going to have to make sacrifices at first. Building a business is not an easy thing to do. And if you lose some time with your family at first, it's going to, once again, strengthen families, blessing lives. So you need to put that time in to build your business. And yes, you may have to sacrifice some time with your family at first, but in the long run, it will be, beneficial for everyone. And as of now, I try and make it a point to not always be on my phone, or not always be on my iPad, or not always be working, and set aside that time. I'm not going to miss the soccer practices and the soccer games and the t-ball and our mommy and me groups. But if I have to give up some other stuff, like a trip to the park or, you know, going out to dinner with them, then I'm going to do that because I want my business to be successful. And in order to be a successful businesswoman, you know, it does take time and it does take sacrifice. And if I want to make this a full-time job, I need to put full-time effort into it. So, you know, as a mom, finding balance is hard, but I think it's something that with practice that we can all achieve. So thank you again for watching and for tuning in, and hopefully you found some of this helpful, and I will see you again soon. Bye.